As it is the case for us, demonic and parasitic technologies, entities, and beings are constantly trying to access our pets. It can be quite a work of acceptance to fully integrate that one of our pets is owned and influenced by the machine. We generally have heard about the concept of organic portal for humans amongst us, meaning sentient envelopes that are not really driven by spirit. But what about when one of our pets can be hijacked and used as a way of disruption, interruption, and interferences? There are so many projections that we do towards the animal kingdom. Discovering the truth about what is surrounding us can create a short-term state of shock. The architects behind the illusion of this reality are waiting for these moments where we will do a mistake because we are short-sighted and blind-sighted. A lot is being directed at our nervous systems, since they are a place from which we respond to our environments. It's not easy to unplug from this illusion, and there is much New Age programming around pets and the animal kingdom. Some animal communicators can really add more confusion than do good. For example, when they are pretending that our pet is something that they are not. Ulysse never says thank you and is quite demanding about his needs. He has been programmed to be insecure and jealous and not with the best intentions. He is frequently used as a portal for remote monitoring and makes association with dark energies. I do my best to give him approbation and validation, and when I do, while not being in denial about who he is, things are more peaceful. It is a long journey to be appreciating him for who and what he is instead of what I thought he was or what I would have wished he was. A grieving process has been necessary. There was a window of time where I got into a fear-based mindset, a tunnel vision, limiting him in what he could be potentially and how he could be puppeted. He is very influenced by how I behave and what I think. It helps me to accept his darkness so I can better accept mine and others. I find that discovering more about my cats helped me to discover more about myself. Qadesh arrived at my doorstep a few years ago in the middle of the winter, and she never left. I felt we had help from benevolence to reunite. It was the start of a positive collaboration between us. I would provide shelter and the best food I could find, and she would be here as a fellow companion by my side, experiencing the depth of this matrix. She is a great embodiment of what gratitude and kindness are about. Of course, she has her own challenges to face. I'm learning to give to her as much as I can in terms of the energetics we share and make sure the exchange is balanced as much as I can. She could easily be drained and be patient with it. Yet it does not mean she's not mind-controlled or influenced sometime, just as I am and just as all of us are. She does the best that she can, and she does pretty good. She has her own personal journey and never express in a mean way. It's a joy to live by her side, and she is such a key being in my life. May all sentient beings find real freedom connected to the source of spirited essence, if so is their wish. In the knowing Creator loves us all very dearly and is waiting for us to find our way through and inwards.